Jacob Denzinger once lived the American dream with a thriving plastics company in Akron, Ohio, and investments in oil and real estate. That was before the Nazi hunters found him and he fled to Germany. Denzinger is 90 years old, but in World War II, he was a guard at Auschwitz, the notorious Nazi death camp. Now he lives in the picturesque town of Osijek in his native Croatia and is paid about $1,500 a month in Social Security, underwritten by the American taxpayer. Denzinger refused to speak to the Associated Press on camera, but a neighbor described him.
I don't know about the pension. I've never asked about that, but I know he's a very wealthy man.
Payments flowed through a legal loophole which allowed dozens of death camp guards and suspected Nazi war criminals to be paid millions of dollars in Social Security benefits.
The United States of America, the country that was one of the two principal leaders in leading the fight against the Nazis, is rewarding these perpetrators by paying them money and pension.
Rabbi Marvin Heyer, who heads the Simon Wiesenthal Center in Los Angeles, wants an end to the payments. The loophole gave the U.S. Justice Department leverage to persuade Nazi suspects to leave the country. If they had been deported, they would have lost their benefits. But if they left voluntarily, returned to their homeland, and renounced their U.S. citizenship, they were legally allowed to keep their Social Security pensions. The Justice Department denied using these payments as a tool for removing Nazis. Congresswoman Maloney also says the payments must stop.
So this loophole needs to be closed. I will work hard to close it.
A 2-year investigation by the Associated Press has found at least 38 Nazi suspects who left the United States and kept their Social Security benefits. The AP also found at least 4 are still alive. These include Denzinger and another man, Martin Hartmann. He is a former SS guard at the Sachsenhausen concentration camp in Germany. Hartmann moved to Berlin in 2007, just before being stripped of his U.S. citizenship. He is still being paid Social Security, according to a person with knowledge of his finances who wished to remain anonymous.
You can pick up an ID.
Memories of the Third Reich death camps are still vivid for Stephen Femves, who works at the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C.
Kids were dying right and left. Minimal food. Once a day run to the latrine. The stench, the filth, it's hard to describe.
The Croatian authorities have just opened an investigation into Denzinger. Whatever the outcome, he knows his final resting place. His grave and tombstone already built. The only thing left is to chisel in the date of his death. David Bruns, The Associated Press.